AITA for telling my friend his physical standards or why he's single. I, 22M, have a friend, 22M, who has never had a girlfriend or romantic experience. Now, let me say that I actually really like him as a person and think he has positive qualities. He has a solid job making $180,000 with a company car as a surgical device sales rep. At 22, after graduating magna cum laude, he is generally affable and easy to talk to. If his standards were just educated and good person, I would totally support it, as I think that's reasonable. However, physically, and I know I'm being brutal here, he is not a catch. He already has a significantly receded hairline. His face is quite frankly below average. He's of below average height and he's not in amazing shape. I believe he has a distorted view because his parents constantly told him he was very handsome and could get any girl. As a result, he is exclusively interested in women who are not just successful, but also are exceptionally gorgeous. A woman who said she just graduated from an Ivy League and was a tech sales rep was flirting with him at the bar, though she was nice and clearly quite intelligent. And again, I know I'm being brutal here. She was not very attractive. When she asked for his number, he politely declined. I asked him what was wrong and he said, "I mean, she seems like a nice person, but she's definitely not in my league." I bit my tongue. The next week, he came to me upset and told me that a woman that he had a cooking class with rejected him. Suspecting the reason why, I asked him to show me a picture of her from her social media. Sure enough, she was insanely attractive and in marketing at a big company. I just tried to sympathize. Later, I thought long and hard about it. On the one hand, I didn't want to be mean, but on the other, this has been occurring since freshman year of high school. He is now the last person in the friend group to be single and completely missed out on dating in high school and college. Say what you will, but I think that romance is important for the vast majority of people. And I also think physical attraction is a foundational aspect of relationships unless you're both ace. He could easily be in a relationship if he got over his obsession with beauty. So after rehearsing what I wanted to say, I decided to sit him down and I told him, "I'm going to be honest with you, man. I think you should lower your physical standards. You would have way more options." He protested and said that his standards were reasonable because he's a good-looking guy. I said, "I hate to say it, but your approach of only going after beautiful and successful women has not worked out. Feel free to shoot your shot, but I think you should also consider women that are nice, smart, but less physically attractive." I recommended he go to therapy about this. He got angry and has been giving me the cold shoulder ever since. 8 days. AITA? NTA. It sounds like you approached this mindfully and with good intentions. Unfortunately, a guy like this doesn't sound open to reflection about himself. These opinions tend to solidify with time, resulting in a "the women are the problem" mindset. He will either learn in time or he won't. NTA. Honestly, you've risked looking like the bad guy to genuinely help your friend because you want him to be happy, and you spent time and energy thinking how to do that in a way that wouldn't hurt his feelings. You didn't call him unattractive or say they were out his league. You just said it wasn't working out and he should maybe try something new. I think you're a mensch. NTA. Sometimes friendship is about telling hard truths. You really seem to want the best for your friend, to want him to experience the relationship he clearly wants. However, just because someone needs to hear something doesn't mean they are ready to listen. It sounds like he needs to do some inner work. NTA. I knew a guy like that once. He had incredibly high standards for women he's willing to date, beauty queen standards, and could never understand why none of them were ever interested in him. It didn't really bother me as he was otherwise a nice guy and decent friend. Only till the day I caught him telling a friend that he couldn't understand why my then BF, now husband, would want to stay with me as my BF is A-grade. Yes, my BF is very good looking. And I'm just passable. And yes, I'm very mediocre looks-wise. That's when I blew up. Told him to look himself in the mirror and cut him out of my life. NTA. The truth is that he has convinced himself of his personal reality. And he is going to think you are wrong and the one who is seeing him differently than what he is. Either that, or he knows the truth and he just can't handle being faced with it directly. You tried. I am not sure what else you can do in this situation. I wouldn't apologize because you did not do anything wrong. But you may want to ask him why he hasn't been in touch. NTA. Attraction is subjective, and different things do it for different people. However, the fact that he's 22, and has never been in a relationship or had a romantic experience, is a very good indicator that something is not working for him. It sounds to me as though he is terribly entitled, and thinks he's God's gift to women. It might have been a little bit harsh in how you approached it, but it sounds like he's shooting for the stars and instantly discounting anyone who isn't both gorgeous and highly successful. I'm not saying that he should start dating someone to whom he has no attraction, but I genuinely think he's in danger of falling down a very bitter rabbit hole unless he's willing to give people a chance, even if they're not his overblown ideal. I think you were a good friend to talk to him about this. Not many people would risk possibly coming across as the bad guy to do this. The problem isn't that 10s only go for other 10s. It's that 10s don't go for people who are interested in them just because they are 10s. NTA. But it's not just his looks that are the issue. NTA. People need to be more realistic about life. NTA. You tried to help your friend. You even rehearsed the conversation. That tells me you thought a lot about it. You never told him he is unattractive. Only gave him the advice to look further than their beauty. To the ones that blame you for giving unasked advice, I'm sorry you never experienced such good friendships. My friends gave me a lot of unasked advice. So did I to them. Most of the time it's appreciated. If not, real friends talk about it. I have no judgment to give, but please consider what a little less attractive woman would have to go through if she were to date someone with an inflated ego like that. He would probably constantly belittle and criticize her. He doesn't need to change his standards. He needs to stay far away from all women. It's probably for the best. He's only shooting for the stars and getting rejected. NTA. You're a good friend. Unfortunately, he may not see it that way. But sometimes people need to hear difficult truths even if they initially reject them. Hey look, as a woman, if the genders were reversed, I'd still give you the NTA. Figured I would say it since every third comment I've read is crying about that. Sometimes people just have these super high standards and that makes dating difficult. If I, as a less than average looking woman, only ever went for my exact type of aesthetic, I would never have married my husband. I didn't exactly immediately consider him to be romance material when we started talking BC. We were both just depressed and online at the same times. And then I fell in love with him. You didn't come at him from a point of contention, just concern. If he keeps his standards the way they are, he's either going to have to get super lucky or insanely rich. It sucks, but it's kinda just how the world works these days. Sometimes you just gotta reel in your expectations. NTA. As long as what you said is actually what you said. If he's a true friend, then you should be able to speak honestly to him. If I were him, I would want someone to check me LMAO. NTA. Your friend is literally delusional about his level of attractiveness. He needs a reality check. You were polite and compassionate about it. Others won't be. NTA ignoring inner beauty is his own damn problem that he honestly should get therapy for. NTA sounds like you performed an incel intervention. If physical appearance is so important to him, maybe he should compromise on successful. Attractive and less successful woman could be a nice compromise for him. But hot and smart women are in high demand and can have everyone they want. Why should they pick him? As an Australian, I read magna cum laude as mega cum laude. He sounds like one of the lead characters in The Big Bang Theory. The way they're always sniffing after incredibly attractive women, discussing the unsuspecting target amongst themselves and saying things like, "Why do you get a shot at her first?" Or, "Let's go tell her which one of us she gets to date." Quote, "Can anyone else see a future where this guy decides he's done being a nice guy and is going to just take what he wants?" NTA. But honestly, let it be. Can you imagine him lowering his standards, and a poor unsuspecting smart, successful woman will be paired with this guy, while he goes around that relationship thinking he's doing her a favor for dating her?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.